Israel had marched from Sinai, guided by the cloud and strengthened by God's presence. Now in Numbers 13, they arrived at the threshold of promise, the very border of the land God swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The wilderness was behind them. The promised land was before them. Everything had led to this moment. And God spoke to Moses, "Send men to explore the land of Canaan, which I am giving to the Israelites." It was a mission of confirmation, not to see if the land was good, but to behold the goodness God had already promised. 12 men, one from each tribe, chosen by name, leaders, respected men. Among them were Joshua and Caleb, two whose hearts trusted God above fear. The spies entered the land and traveled for 40 days, from the wilderness of Zin to Rehob and the region of the Anakim. They came to Hebron, where the giants lived, but also where Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob had walked. They saw fertile valleys, rich fields, and abundant life. And at the valley of Eshcol, they cut a cluster of grapes so large it took 2 men to carry it on a pole. A living testimony that God's promise was overflowing with abundance. Everything God had said was true. The land flowed with milk and honey. Blessing waited just beyond obedience. After 40 days, the spies returned and stood before Moses, Aaron, and the entire congregation. They held the fruit in their hands, evidence of God's faithfulness. At first their report was joyful. "We went into the land. It does flow with milk and honey. Here is its fruit." But then came the turning point. "But the people are strong. The cities are fortified. We saw giants there." The land was good, but fear outweighed faith in 10 of the 12. Fear speaks truth selectively, magnifying the enemy and shrinking the promise. Caleb quieted the people, not with strategy, not with confidence in human strength, but with faith in God's word. "Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are well able to overcome it." Where others saw walls, Caleb saw God's power. Where others felt small, Caleb remembered God's promise. Faith and fear stood side by side, and the nation listened. The 10 spies spread a discouraging report among the people, words heavier than swords. "We cannot attack those people. They are stronger than we are. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes." The giants were real, but the greater problem was their small view of God and themselves. They measured the battle by human strength, forgetting the God who split seas and swallowed armies. Unbelief is not logic. It is forgetting who God is. Israel stood at the border of destiny. God had proved his power, presence, and promise, yet fear prevailed. This chapter ends not with triumph, but with a silent pause, the hush before a rebellion. Faith had spoken through Caleb. Fear had shouted through the 10. Now the heart of the nation trembled, and the next chapter will reveal their decision. Numbers 13 teaches us, God's promises require faith to step forward. Giants do not defeat us. Fear does. Most voices may be loud, but truth often stands in the few. Faith remembers God. Fear remembers Egypt. We do not enter God's promises by sight, but by trust. Caleb and Joshua saw the same giants, but they also saw God who was greater still. Next comes Numbers 14, where the people choose unbelief and the consequences shape an entire generation.